Okay. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for taking time to attend the clinic session today for the CFS tutors. I'll try to do this as concise as possible so that can uh, continue with our activities. The So basically for today's clinic, the basic features, we are going to look at the basic features on the FlexLearn main page and within the course. Okay. And this is the first clinic for the CFS tutors. So we conduct this clinic so that it will help you to have some basic knowledge on how to use the function that you can manage your class effectively. Okay? And we are using obviously is LMS Team. And after the clinic, you can also email us at LMS Team at wou.edu.my. Okay. So there are a few housekeeping rules. You'll be muted. This recording, this session will be recorded. And please type your question in the chat box, and then we will have the poll at beginning and I think one more towards the end that I can gauge your understanding. And just a reminder, because some of you, I do know that you are also part-time lecturers in WOU, but we'll try to focus more on the tutors part instead of the part-time lecturers. But we need to focus a bit more on being a tutor. Okay, what the tutor see. Okay, I'm going to start off by running through the basic features on the landing page. So there are two things that is important here is viewing, identifying your course, and of course navigation on the main page. Okay, I'm already logged in as a demo tutor, so I use my demo tutor account, and again trying to we have to try to distinguish. There's a difference between part-time lecturers, tutors, and of course, adjunct course lead. So many of you sometimes get a bit maybe unaware that we have, I mean, for some of you, you have three accounts. You are the part-time lecturer, you are teaching our OCL class, OCL course. You are adjunct CL who is helping our ODL course, and you are also tutors who are managing the ODL tutorial class. So we have three different accounts for these three different roles. The reason why it cannot be consolidated is because these three different accounts are tied to three different payment categories or in the system at the back end. So therefore, we cannot merge. So sometimes I will receive query and say, I cannot log in, but are you logging? I cannot log in, or I log in, I cannot see my ODL courses. I can only see my OCL. It's because you are using your OCL part-time lecturers account. If you are using for ODL, you are tutoring a class in ODL, then use your ODL tutors account. So, sometimes we need to be aware of these three different roles that some of you may play in, being attached to the CFS. Okay. All right. So once you logged in, you can see that this is pretty standard for everybody, all the tutors, to be able to see the WOU logo here. So my best tip is if by any chance you feel a bit lost or a bit overwhelmed, I always click back to the home and it will bring me back to the landing page. All right. So on top of this is a very steady icon that you will see throughout the navigation inside FlexLearn. The first one is called the waffle icon. So this waffle icon will list down all the courses you have for the current semester. Okay, and this icon is for the instant messages. I'm sure some of you have tutored with us before this semester could have received instant messages from your students. Okay, and you know you can see it at a glance once you log in. So this icon here is a subscription alert. So normally if you are subscribed to any forum, it will prompt you here. And lastly, you have the update alert. Okay, when you have this, then all the updates here will be available to you. Okay, but bear in mind, you can click on your name on the landing page, and you should be able to see a notification icon. Not icon, sorry, it's a link. So you can actually click the link, and you'll be able to see that we can also use the Pulse app to supplement, you know, the notification on your mobile phone, and you can also use it to customize the notification on your email. It will be sent to your email. So you can customize the notification on a daily basis or weekly basis at any time that you want. You know, you can select a preferred time and select the things that you want to be updated on. Just like what I showed you before, I've clicked on announcement updated. So whenever there's announcement on the landing page, I will get a notification in my email, and also get when you log in. You saw that just now, right? Okay. Then you know after you have made your selection, whether to select a discussion or post or thread, so you can just click on that and just save it. Okay, and all of this will be notified via email, your WOU email, not your personal email. So you can stay on top of it. But of course, for the student orientation, we would recommend the student to use the Pulse app, to download the Pulse app, so that the notification goes straight to your mobile phone, right? All right. So coming along for the landing page is the My Courses icon. Okay, so you should be able to see all this, right? All the courses you are tagged to for the current semester. So for tutors, it's a bit special because you do have your online tutor training. So when you do have, it will keep track on those tutor training that you have been enrolled to or completed over the period of time that you join us, you know. So the record will always be there. You can see, okay, you last took topic 4 in April. Okay, but what is important here is actually on your May courses. Okay, would just like to again indicate this is a tutors training, tutors clinic. So we are focusing more on ODL. So you should be able to see all the courses that you have for your tutors account would have the prefix of ODL 2/2022. So, for example, 2 slash 2022 means the ODL course for second semester in the year 2022 for Tamadun Islam for decision making. So, for the subsequent semester, it will just move around like that. What we had previously was ODL 1/2022 that represents the ODL courses for January semester 2022. Okay, so I think if you are still tutoring with us for September, you should be able to see ODL 3/2022. All right. Okay. So here we do have the widget produce a video on how that we can help students to navigate the FlexLearn, and we also have the widget for tutors on reminding them about the OTT. I think most of you have completed it. It's all right, but for some of you, yeah, if you want to complete it, fine. And actually, for those of you who have completed it, if you want to view the OTT also, it's okay. It's viewable because we offer the OTT every month. I think throughout the whole year except for maybe December. Okay. And as usual, we also have resources available to tutors. Okay. And these are all the announcements related to the ODL that our stakeholder inside the university have requested us to place. And we also have widgets from schools, they update their offerings and those kind of things. So in order to help your students better, we created not only a tutor's widget, we also have a student's widget in case they need help or guide on how to use FlexLearn. All of it will be here. And then we also put the handbook here for the convenience. There's also guide on the LMS Team. So it will get updated now and then by the various stakeholders, similar to the announcement. Okay. And I guess once in a while, we do have requests from external, maybe affiliation, like SEMA, if they conduct seminar, e-seminar, we will post it on the WOU site calendar, right? So this is basically the landing page, okay? If you notice, I did not, I guess, touch on the item on navigation yet because I think this is quite important. I'm going to leave it next to show you that as an ODL tutor, you should be able to go to the corporate website, help desk. We have student portal, I'm sure, although you don't need it, but actually it's there for you to guide the student. If the student say, I cannot go, so you can say no, or you have access to the online services and you can just click. And we are now applying all single sign-on. So once you sign over your account to FlexLearn, when you go to digital library tutor portal, you will not be prompted to log in again, right? Even for the online submission or OTAS, yeah. So second thing is when I say just now that if you have taken OTT, no problem. You still can view the OTT if you want a refresher's course, no problem. Just click and should be able to see it, and can enroll and view and refresh your knowledge again on how people manages the courses in OTT, because these are topics that are consistently open, and if you feel you need a guide, yes, and go to discover and just enroll into any of the OTT course without completing it, because you've completed it maybe previously. Okay, so the award, some of you have also emailed us and say, I don't know how many topics I did. So actually the awards here will keep track on the collections of your e-cert for the OTT. So for example, for this tutors account, you can see only completed 3 topics out of 6. So you can click on it and generate the certificate and print it out if you need to. Okay. And of course, we always think that we need to put more help for students, more help for our tutors, more help for our community. So we do have WOU video tutorials that has I think quite a number of videos that we created for tutors and students to help understand FlexLearn better, right? And besides that, you also have FAQ on the commonly asked questions, right? So you already saw that, to identify a course, you need to make sure it's an ODL course for tutors. There should be the current semester 2/2022. Okay. And if I click on a course, you should be able to see somewhat similar of the page and the setting. Okay, I'm gonna take the one that Ms. Jasmine prepared. Place communication. So from here, you were able to see that Ms. Jasmine has posted on welcoming the students to the course, right? And actually, she has made a number of posting over time, and this is the latest one. Inside the any course, there will be announcement. There will be course navigator. This course navigator tracks your individual completion on the topics inside the courses, and also we have a course calendar which gets updated if the course lead wants to create an event for the class, for the course. They can do that. And also there's a library search within every courses that we have in FlexLearn. So for example, if you want to any topic on communications, and just search, and you'll be rerouted to our Expo course and WOU's library. Okay, you need not sometimes feel, if you need to go back to the landing page and go to the external online link, go to the library, you can actually search the online resources from within the course, right? So, all right, let me try to um, brief you about the course navigator. Often times that we do receive um, feedback from tutors saying that I don't know why, for some reason, um, all the course navigator for my viewing is 0. Why is that? I did view, but actually I mean, in order for the navigator or the percentage to go up, you need to do just viewing is not enough. There should be an activity that you have to participate in order to get the completion. Okay, so this is a live course which I will try not to to tamper with. So I have a sample course here. Okay. You can see that the tutor's contact here is 0. Why is it 0? Because there are no posting from the tutor. Okay, so in order to pull up or make sure that your participation is being counted, okay, so you can, if a tutor is assigned 2 classes, you have to select all section assigned to me. Okay, my contact number, and can choose to subscribe or not to posting, and you can also add an attachment if you want. Okay, and if no, just post, and the same message or posting will be sent to both tutorial class. We've done that. Now go back to the page for the course, and you can see from 0 you have completed 100%. The same goes for the other topics. And do not worry, because this is your own personal tracking, right? So this is how your participation gets tracked, right? And of course, you also get tracked when you are viewing some kind of content that the course lead has prepared, and by reading all this, it will help the percentage in your participation. Is 42.9%. Okay. So this is just tracking whatever participation you have on the course. Okay. But if I think to get a better view of the content, I will always suggest that you go and click on the content link here, so that you have a better view of the structure within the course. Okay, so everything here is pretty standard. You will have an online class link that you have to post the link for your tutorial class to your students. You have the tutor's contact, which will be monitored too by your course lead. and also have your normal online discussion. You can discuss with the course lead, and your students can have a discussion with you. There's also a forum on preparing assignment and exam, right? And all of this content that our team from COLE has prepared for this Jasmine. Okay? It's quite comprehensive here. So you'll be able to read it online, and this is the HTML. It's very colorful and easy on the eyes to read it while you go online, right? And I think one of the most important items is the course assessment that students will rush through whenever the semester begins. So this is where they find the assignments, and should be able to download it. Okay, and either download using this button or actually click on the link here that is just already created. Right? Okay, and we do have still the guide for tutors, which is hidden from students, so you can have uh, conversation or discussion with your course lead or maybe fellow tutors, right? So right now, we're just gonna go switch over to the discussion. So if you see the navigation, the top part is pretty standard. It doesn't change at all. The navigation here is somewhat standard, but it's different from the landing page that I showed you before, because you have content, discussion, and quizzes. So these are all quick links for you to use, because whatever discussion that you may have is actually in the content. But when you click on this discussion, it will give you an overview of all the discussions that you have inside the course. Okay? You can see from here you have at least 5 discussions for the course, right? And this part is important to note because of the platform changes that we've made since last year. So a lot of tutors will, a lot of a lot of tutors did ask and say, I don't know. There's no reply button. Okay, so how do we notice that we need to read or reply a discussion? Okay, first and foremost, it's interesting because if you see the first forum and the second forum, you may be able to see. Let me try to zoom in. There's a line here. There's a blue line here. So whenever you see there's a blue line and there's another indicator here, it means there's a new posting that you have not seen. All right. So you can either do it this way and go in step by step and look at it. Okay. So again, if you notice just now, there was a blue line at high or right now. After you have clicked on it, the line will the blue line be offset and is considered that you have read or have viewed. So whenever you want to post anything, you need to click a few times. And a lot of people do a mistake and say, okay, I've seen it, I don't know, there's no reply button. Yes, there is, but we need to click one more step here, and then we get to see the reply to the thread, right? So it's there. So the one that, I mean, we, this is just viewing, but not replying. You can see the blue line over at the end is no longer there. So when it's no longer there, it's considered you have read the post. So you can see no more indicator of unread posting. So again, similarly, what you can do is click on the number and it will bring you same thing. But if you want to offset it, just make sure the line goes off. How do I, if let's say you just want to read, okay, read all this and now you don't want to reply, you just want to read it. Okay. So what you do is that make sure that mark post all as read. Okay. All the posts are unread. One. And when you go back, on, right? So this is what the discussion forum works in our new platform, right? After that, let me go back to my slide. So all of this will be shared with you after, I think, after we edit the recording and prepare the link for you. Okay. So again, I've covered this and I've indicated that, you know, pay attention to the blue line and the number that you can click. Okay. And I've showed you on posting to multiple classes. Now we are going through the class list and class progress, right? All of you have classes. Depends on how many classes you have. I've tagged this demo tutor account to classes. So actually you can choose which of the class you want to view, and you can see, you know, this student. So what you can do here is that you can view the student, you can select the student and can send an instant messaging if you want to keep the communication line open. Okay. And your course list is, of course, in every tutorial class. You can do that, and you can also view progress for the student from the class list, right? You can see an overall progress. This person you have not yet in. So let me try and see if we can find any student have showed some progress. Okay. We have one student, Amira, has completed 2%, and you can actually go and find out, specify where did Amira go. And of course, they will, at the beginning of semester, this is where the students will visit to get their assignment. They can zoom that, and from here also you can see only 2 visits, and actually the time, yeah, is the realized visit, so everything is there. And similarly, whatever you see in the class list is because we are using the class list to zoom in on Amira. So on overall, you can actually click on the class progress and you can see an overview of their progress. Okay. So bear in mind, you have to take note that sometimes you don't see anything here, but actually login is not logged in throughout the semester. It's a monthly login. So if let's say Amira did not log in next month, so probably you can see there are no login. But actually she have logged in probably in, I mean the last time she logged in, yeah, in May, okay. But maybe in June she never logged in, so you will not be able to see, like will just say no login. But you can see the her frequency of login from the login history. Yeah, okay. But this is on a different course, so only for this course, I think. Right. So, okay. I'm just going to go jump into another course on decision making. But for this course, uh, Miss Chong Bimbing sometimes provide a mock quiz for the students before they attempt the, the real quiz. So as a tutor, you are able to preview the quiz and you can start attempting, and you are able to see questions here on the preview. And don't worry, it won't be recorded because it's just a preview. And I think in helping the student, you might want to tell them to read the instructions properly, because there are times we notice that the student thought that the quiz is open at all times. You know, if I do the attempt now, let's say by 5 o'clock, 5:30, I'm going back. I can continue my attempt after my dinner. So that is not right, because sometimes we have time allowed is like 1 hour. So it will expire, and the quiz will, I mean, not all questions will be answered. Okay. So you have to guide the student and say, read the instructions properly, but you will have a preview on how a student can see how the quiz is being displayed. Okay, so for now, this is the basic features that I'm sharing with you for this session. We will try to see if we need more sessions for you in the future, for maybe a refreshers course or refreshers clinic. Then it's also possible, because I think Miss Jasmine does conduct a very systematic approach, so that you all will be familiar with the system that you're working on. All right. So, okay, I'm going to pause and ask if you have questions. Any questions? Comments?
Sha, can I just say something?
Yes.
Yeah, just to all the tutors present here, this is your chance to actually ask all the questions you want to about FlexLearn, because you are meeting the top guru of the FlexLearn. So please feel free to ask. If you cannot speak up, or you don't have a webcam or something, then, just type it in the chat box and Manisha will answer. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr.
Hi, good evening.
Oh, hello, Mr. Fu.
Oh, you know me. Good evening.
Yes.
I just wonder how come as a part-time lecturer, I am a full-time student, I cannot access to a contact number in the class list. Be very helpful that it is.
No. Yeah, we checked with the vendor. No. This is something that the system cannot accommodate at this time. And I think once the new SIS kicks in, probably you will have that on SIS, because the FlexLearn is more on the course delivery. So in terms of contact numbers and all the particular details, we is very limited. So we don't have that. And for tutors, I guess, Miss Jess, does tutors have contact numbers in OAS, those kind of other platforms?
Tutors, I think they have access on OAS for ODL, but I think what Jordan is asking is for OCL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, isn't it, Chutming? Because
Yeah.
OAS, you can actually find everything.
Yeah.
But we don't have it for OCL.
Oh, OCL.
Be the upgraded version we'll have in the. Thank you.
Again, because we do not know, because the system accommodates course delivery. So certain particulars about numbers and all is stored in a different platform. So I'm not sure how they're going to share that with you, but you can approach Lillian and maybe suggest something to her, because as a part-time lecturer, this is a for tutors. So for part-time lecturers, I will probably will tell you, maybe try to approach Lillian and see, on your feedback. And I'm sure, being the proactive person that she is, she will also come to me. But I think because working with the vendor, it's very limited on things we can transfer from the SIS. So any more questions from other tutors?
Hello, I am Dr.
Hi,
Sheila
Dr.
here.
Sheila. Yes.
Marisha, I have something to ask.
Mm.
Since I'm the new course leader for a subject,
Mm-hmm.
I want to upload some material. I tried it
Mm.
last night, but I couldn't upload, and my the old messages from the XCL is still appearing there. So how do I do all that adjustment?
Oh, okay. So, do you mind sharing the course code with me so that,
Oh, okay, it's
right?
WUC 116.
All right. So
You.
for ODL, right? Okay. So, okay. What I'm gonna do now is I'm log in as you. Okay. So for you have two accounts here, Dr. Sheila. One is the
Yes.
tutors account. So use your adjunct CL account to
Uh-huh.
move that. Okay. Gonna log in as you. And okay. So is this where you say where do you is it somewhere like here?
Yes. If
Okay.
you
So what you can do, there are two things that you can do over here. You
like
can
this
go
is
to
the old
announce.
message. That's the old
Correct.
message.
Correct.
Uh,
So if you you sayang to remove this, what you can do is edit and make sure that you remove the announcement, for example, by tonight. You know, maybe because you think maybe maybe in 1 year's time, Miss Jasmine might want to use or somebody else might want to reuse that. Okay, so you can remove the announcement and update it here, and um, see it says publish, but
mm,
then when 9 o'clock comes, hopefully if we are still here during 9 o'clock, you can see that this is considered expired.
mm,
So when it's expired, you can it's no longer visible for the user.
mm, mm,
Because the previous one Miss Jasmine said is it
mm,
doesn't have an expiry date. Okay.
mm,
Actually, these can be removed because last semester it was a STS class. So Sheila was the tutor and I was the so-called course lead. So that's why so you can actually remove all the ones that are from a previous semester. Just delete
Yeah.
them totally because from now onwards, Sheila will be with us. So there should be
Ah,
no issues here.
yeah. So yeah, that's why I said there's two things you can do. If you sayang, then you
mm,
can just remain and make sure it expires. If
mm.
not, you can just
Delete.
delete. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All
but
right.
if it's tiresome to delete everything at once, you can
Uh-huh.
actually delete. Uh, yeah, because this is last year. So what
Uh-huh.
you can do is go here and and delete.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then if you can see, yeah, it's only one announcement now.
Mm.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then the next question is on uploading, right?
Yes, yes, please.
So what part of the course did you want to update?
Actually, I did some questions and I want to upload under quizzes.
Okay. for quizzes, are you having a quiz
Or
or?
or you can just show me for any assignment how to upload.
Oh.
I did put in everything, but when I put save and close, the thing keep
Mm-hmm.
on going round and round. It was not responding.
I mean, what is the source of your file? Is it a
It's a
Word or?
it's a word. It's a word.
So for Word document, actually, the system renders it and somehow it will be translated as a PDF. But for Miss Jess, she helped you for assignment 1 to upload. So this is still in document form. But if let's say you want to add, you can just add existing and then find a file. Example. So this is trying to find a file. Let's say an assignment file.
Okay, right.
So you drag and drop,
Mm.
and then it depends on your internet connection. Sometimes it would just be like this, but actually it's just not uploading. It's also rendering the file from document to PDF so that it stays the way it is. So you can see now here that it gets uploaded.
Okay. All right. All right.
But make sure to unhide it and make it visible. Because I think one of the common practice is that we upload but we forgot to make sure that it's visible for students. Because for this new platform, the default is always hidden unless you unhide it. Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah. All right.
Yes, I got it. Thank you so much,
All right.
Risha. Yes.
Also to let the tutors know, just now like workplace, it's a full flex course, so the materials are all online, but some of the other courses are still in PDF.
PDF.
Yeah, especially the MPUs that are being phased out, like Tamadun Islam and all, they are in PDF because it's not worth doing it in full flex because it's being phased out. So that's the difference. Yeah.
Okay. Let me just go back. I think it's and okay. Yeah. Okay. This one full flex. WUC 1007. How many courses do you
107
have?
is full flex.
How many courses do you have that is going under this transformation?
Actually, right now, WUC 131, 107, 002, they're already in full flex. Even comparative religions, so my course, I did it full flex before I realized it was going to be phased out. But the other old MPUs like Tamadun Islam, Hubungan Ethnic, Family and Society, Human Rights and all, we still maintain the PDF because it will be phased out after this year. So we won't be doing it. We'll be doing the new MPUs all in full flex.
Okay.